Hey folks, Mike and McGee here. In today's video, we're going to be starting something that I've been dying to do all through the hunting season. We hunted here quite a bit, and we only got one sighting of a coyote the whole time, and I missed it with a muzzle loader. My bad. But we hear them howling constantly, and the neighbors around us also hear them a lot. I know they're in here a lot. I have a problem with that because we eat a lot of deer. So the excess deer on this property need to go in my freezer, not in some coyote's belly. The baby fawns aren't going to drop for a few months here. So during these months leading up to the fawn birthing, I'm going to be trapping for coyotes. I'm not a professional trapper by any means, so I don't want to come across as saying I'm trying to teach you how to trap, because the way I trap is not the way everybody else traps that I know of. Matter of fact, I got some really good trapping buddies that follow me. Two in particular. Camo Cowboy Outdoors has been following me the longest. And then Bluegrass Trapper, Kentucky Bluegrass Trapper. My boy Matthew shot a deer the last day of the season. He shot it through the hams and the guts, and we weren't able to find the deer till the next morning. So those guts were boiling around in there. We lost a lot of meat. We did save both shoulders, both back straps, and some ham meat. And the neck, obviously. But I've got a lot here for coyote bait, and I'm going to do a coyote set that is largely centered around deer carcass and also my 6-point buck. I didn't make a video of this. I killed a nice 6-point the last day of the adult season. The guts are here in this wheelbarrow, and they are ripe. They are not, I don't want to get them on me, let's just put it that way. Not what I was hoping for, but I can get that up. There we go. All right. Any coyote coming along here is going to smell all this blood and hopefully get to investigating around. This right here is a skull from a sheep that I used right here in this location, and I caught several coyotes using this sheep. It was a sheep that died in birth or whatever, and the buddy that owned the sheep gave it to me, and I put it right here, and I caught several coyotes with it. All right, when you're looking for where to set your traps, you want to look for pinch point locations. That's where a situation like this with very thick vines is very nice. Right here is the trail coming through. They're not coming through anywhere around this because it's all laid over with dead stuff and brambles, briars. So that's our pinch point location. I've got 3 traps that I'm going to set on this site. I'm only going to show you how I set one trap. I'm not going to bore you with all 3. Okay, what I do that's different from most trappers is I use a chain, and I chain my trap to a tree. I'm going to set the trap and get the size. I'm going to set it here, mark it out, and then I'm going to take down the dirt with my hammer. These are very strong traps. You notice I'm putting my knee on this. I'm not putting my knee on the ground. These are very strong traps. I bought these new and set them up. Now we have the profile of our trap here. I'm going to set that there. This hammer, it's quite an expensive hammer, but it's all titanium. But the way it's shaped is perfect for this job that I'm doing now. Now this is the reason that I don't trap the normal method. because everything is just so muddy. I mean, it is incredibly muddy. I don't want to reuse this. Camo Cowboy Outdoors, he goes pretty much strictly with snares for coyotes. Kentucky Bluegrass Trapper, he does the leg holds, and he has a great system of using peat moss and wax dirt to keep his traps in operation through these rainy times. This is a step. This stick here is going to be another step to guide the coyote where I want him. Now I'm going to loosen up some dirt here to help bed my trap. Get back in here. Oh! Oh! Ow! Whew! Doggone! Got myself. Now, this is kind of funny. Bluegrass Trapper put a video out recently showing him put his hand intentionally into a trap and showed how it didn't hurt. I can't remember if he was wearing gloves or not, but this is a very powerful trap, and I can feel a little bit of pain across there, but is it killing my hand? No, it's not. It's not really hurting that bad. A lot of people, especially the anti-trapping groups, put out these horrible, horrible videos about how animals suffer so bad in them. I could stay in this trap for a very long time and not come to any injury. And of course, I'm not yanking and yanking and yanking, but you have to realize the coyote's foot, his bones are a lot smaller than a human bone, and he's fitting it in there. It's just holding him. That's all it's doing. It's just holding him. So for people that think that this trapping is terribly cruel, it's not really cruel. It's just holding them until I can come and get them. I hunted for hours and hours and hours, and only had one chance to shoot one the whole season. And there's a lot of coyotes here. They're smart. We can't just hunt them and eradicate them. We can't even eradicate them through trapping. We just want to bring the numbers down. It left some black marks where the trap was blackened, but no harm, no foul. The number one thing that makes the way I set traps different is this. I use leaves. I use a great big leaf to protect the pan from any kind of debris underneath, and then I just scatter leaves. That's the number one thing that makes my set different, and I'll try not to have a leaf sticking up in the area. I want him to step right there. So I've got a perfectly flat leaf right there. The next thing you can do, use these. You wouldn't think this would have an effect on the coyote. It most certainly does. And I'll put that one there, and I'll put this one here, right to where it don't fall over into my trap. He is guaranteed to step there. He's not going to step over there. So this set is done. That's easy, quick and easy. It can rain for a week on this and not ruin this set. And also freeze. It can be 20 below zero. This trap's gonna fire. So that's the one thing that I love about this set is it's pretty much weather tolerant of any kind of weather condition. So I'm gonna get the other traps set. You're not gonna have to go through all that with me. And then we will check this trap and we'll see if we have anything. It usually takes about 2 or 3 days before my scent washes away. It's supposed to rain here, give or take, any time for the next week. So rain is actually your friend when you're trapping because it washes your scent away. All right, it's been a few days, a few weeks since I set these traps out, but I've got me a coyote in the trap. Now, I don't want to make noise, a lot of noise when He's making noise. Now he's upset. He's angry at me, or at least very upset. But we're going to ease in there and we're going to put him down, because that's the whole point of this thing. And I can't put him down on camera, but I'm going to show him to you just a little bit. Not going to hang around and just antagonize the poor thing. He sounds like he's pretty upset. But we're going to ease in there, see him a little bit, and then I'm going to take him down. Hopefully we got a good pad catch where he don't pull out and get away. Don't need him getting away. He's small, relatively small, young. You can see my deer meat pile. My deer is sort of going away there. A lot of bugs. So I'm just going to stand back at a distance and zoom in. That right there is a raccoon carcass. We got different old meat scraps and things. But you can see it's a younger coyote, not an old one. Very glad to get that out of the herd and get it gone. Don't need that in here because we're fixing to have baby turkeys, baby deer, all kinds of things. I'm gonna put him down and then we'll talk. All right, here's my remake. As you see, I cover mine with grass. I don't cover it with dirt. We get so much rain here. It just never works for me to cover them with dirt. So I use leaves, grass, stuff like that. Doesn't matter how cold it gets, doesn't matter how wet it gets. When that coyote comes along, kapumi, it's on. All right, folks, here we are. I've got the set back and I've got her urine on some rabbit fur. I found a roadkill rabbit at the end of my driveway. A little too mangled for me to eat, so I thought, well, it'll make great coyote bait. So I put her urine on some of the fur, put it close to the new set, and I took the rabbit itself. There was a tree broke off with just the stick sticking up, and I impaled it down onto that so something can't grab it and just run away with it. So that's it, folks. Catching coyotes is kind of important if you're going to be running a property that you want to have turkeys, quail, and deer, and beyond that yet. So we had a pretty good season this past season. We want to have another one next season. And that means we're going to thin a few out. Some people hate me for it. Some people love me for it. I don't do it for either group. I do it for the turkeys and the deer. That's all we've got for you, folks. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.